Hey friends, welcome back to Belle's Library. Today I am starting a new series that I hope will be long running called my top 5 favorite booktubers of the week. Alright, so I spend a lot of time listening to BookTube because I have a sewing business, I have an Etsy shop, and so I sit and I sew things for hours every day. And while I really enjoy it, it can get kind of mundane just staring at the machine. So I put on BookTube and I listen to all of you guys and all the cool stuff you're talking about and make my little book wish list off to the side. And so that's how I spend a good majority of my days. I decided that because I'm spending so much time on BookTube, that maybe I would start doing a weekly top 5 roundup of my 5 favorite videos that I watched and give you the reasons why and give you the links so that you can go watch them too. I think it will help promote other booktubers out there. It's going to encourage me to watch more BookTube. It's going to help me find other great people to listen to, and I'm hoping it will build just a sense of community, okay? So a lot of times I'll watch a BookTube video and somebody is talking about how they're doing this, collaboration with this other booktuber, and maybe they're doing a read along together, or they're hosting some kind of a tag, or they're hosting some kind of an event. And I'm just like, you know what? I wish I had some close BookTube friends to do that kind of stuff with. So I'm hoping that above all, this will help to form some relationships and community with me and some other lovely booktubers. If you have some great booktubers that you have watched this week, don't put the link in the comment section because a lot of times YouTube will, hide that. They don't like to have links in the comment section. So just put their channel name and the name of the video. Then we can all go and look at those as well. And then we'll just do a great roundup of great videos every week. Does this sound good? All right, so without further ado, because there's a lot of ado, here are my top 5 favorite BookTube videos from this week. Alright, so the first one is from one of my favorite channels. This is Nicole from Noteworthy Reads. I talk about her all the time. I do. From my perspective, it seems like we probably read a lot of the same books, or we at least have a lot of the same book interests, because every time I watch her videos, I'm making tons of notes on the books that I want to look for. Well, she put out a video almost a week ago called How to Syntopically Read Comparative Literature and Better Book Projects, okay? So you can find the link to that video in the description box by number 1. So the thing that I loved about this video is she's teaching us what it means to syntopically read, what it means to read multiple books on the same topic, kind of at the same time, or at least around the same time, right? She goes into lots of detail of how to do this, why to do this, the benefits, what you can do with it. It was a fantastic study, really, very educational. I loved watching this video. I went back. How do you say that? Can you say rewind? Can we say rewind anymore? I don't know. Anyway, in my mind, I rewound it a couple of times to go back and rewatch things and took a lot of notes. It was a really great video. One of the things that struck me about this video is because I was actually just thinking, and have been thinking really for a few months, about a syntopic reading project that I would like to do myself. My children are homeschooled, and one of the really great curriculum, programs, sets, plans out there, it can be found on AmblesideOnline.com. I will also put that in the description box also. Ambleside Online is basically a whole curriculum. The plan is free. You just go on and read it. And it was put together by moms who follow the Charlotte Mason method of homeschooling. That method basically focuses on reading and talking about what you read, okay? In a teeny tiny nutshell, that's what you do. You read and then you talk about it. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff involved, but that's, the big one. And so there's these plans for each grade level, and all of the books that the students would read during that year, it's all syntopic like that. It's all comparative reading. It's taking a period of history usually, and then reading things from all different subjects that took place in that era. It is a fantastic way of learning, and I have been thinking about actually going back and going through each of those years myself, starting in preschool and reading all the preschool books and going on through 12th grade. It will take me years to do this, but I'm thinking about doing that and just kind of documenting that progress, giving myself that extra portion of education there, because there's a lot of those years that we skipped over, we came in late, we didn't, finished early, whatever, that my kids just didn't get to. And so, and then even the ones they did get to, I haven't been reading all of the books they've been reading. So I've really been looking forward to that. But that is a curriculum that is designed kind of that syntopic way, that comparative reading where you're reading several books on the same topic to get, different perspectives and kind of a full picture. So it really fit in with that thought, and I was thinking I needed to watch this because it just further inspired me to start collecting those books for that first year and starting in on reading them. So thank you, Nicole, for that inspiring video. I would love to find more educational type videos on that. Education for adults, right? Because we never stop learning. So I really appreciate the time and the knowledge that you put into that video and shared with us. That was super great. All right, number 2 video can be found in the description box by number 2. This is Lincoln Book Haul from Bill Ruttenberg. All right, so this was my first video I had ever watched from Bill Ruttenberg. I'm not even sure why it came up in my feed, but I'm super glad that I did. I was really inspired by his video. And what I want you to get out of this video is I want you to check out his Lincoln wall, okay? Because as he's talking and sharing his book haul, which is all books that are related to Abraham Lincoln, he is sitting in front of an entire wall of books related to Abraham Lincoln and the Civil War. And I was like, that is pretty impressive. Like, this guy is a serious collector. I thought that was pretty cool, and it kept me watching the video just to hear his enthusiasm about a figure from history that he is so into. He had several different vintage titles to show, and at the end of it, he shares a really special plan that he has for a project with his daughter. And I just was really blessed and inspired by hearing just his positivity, his excitement, and value that he placed on these books that he found just as, great works in themselves and just great pieces of art in themselves, let alone what the topic was, right? And then also his interest in the topic of Abraham Lincoln, his life, and what others had to say about him. And anyway, it was just a really interesting video. And so I just wanted to call that out and encourage you guys to go check out that video from Bill. Even if you're not into Abraham Lincoln, like, it's fun to hear from someone who is so passionate about their interests. All right, number 3, another new to me booktuber. This is Blatantly Bookish. Her video is titled How Jane Austen Was Published, a Timeline. She made this video for Jane Austen July. And again, is one of those educational videos where she took the time to really research her subject, bring some understanding and knowledge to the topic. She presents it with enthusiasm. I just was really excited to see someone who seems to be quite a bit younger than me, a young person just getting excited about Jane Austen and excited about sharing valuable knowledge, right? Valuable things, taking the time to really research and then share that information with others. It was really great, really well done video. In this video, she takes you through the timeline of Jane Austen's publications. She gives some insights into, little stories about each instance and things that have been recorded in history about those times, reasons why Jane published certain things in the way that she did. It was just a really great synopsis of this fantastic historical figure and one of my favorite authors. Now, being a major Jane Austen fan, I have studied a lot about her life, and a lot of the information that she shared in this video was not new to me, but more of a reminder. But one of the things that really stuck out to me, and you'll have to watch the video to get the details on this, but she talks about how the Victorians shaped the perspective of Jane Austen, and some of the perspectives that we are now finding may not necessarily be who she was. When you really read her books with a mature mindset and maybe having read it a few times to really get the story, you can start to kind of go into the wording and the plays on words and the voice of the author. You find that she's not necessarily, what she's probably historically been made out to be. But you don't see that until you really get to know her. But this video that Blatantly Bookish put out, she goes into the way that the Victorians shaped her character And I just thought that was such a great point. It was one of those things that like you see and you know, but you don't really think about how it was done and the fine points of all of that. It was really good. I really thought that was a exceptional insight that she had there. So make sure to go and check out that really thoughtful video. If you're a Jane Austen fan, or even if you're not, check it out. She did a great job. All right, the number 4 video I think is a really valuable video because not only does this guy just go into a lot of really great detailed points about a lot of really awesome and interesting things, he also gives a rundown of a whole bunch of other really great booktubers, none of which I had heard of before. So not only did I get introduced to this guy as a new to me booktuber, I also got introduced to a whole bunch of his friends. All right, so this is the channel called To Readers It May Concern, and the video is The Truth About BookTube. All right, so he is doing the BookTube, the Honest BookTuber tag, and in it he just gives like a whole philosophical thing about, you know, the value of honesty and how it relates to BookTube. It wasn't like a answer these 8 questions and be done thing. It was very thoughtful. I really enjoyed listening to this. I was telling him in the comments section that I am actually getting ready to start one of my daughters on a course in philosophy. She's very interested in philosophy. And so I had found this book on the philosophy of lying. And I think I actually showed you guys that in my Michigan book haul. And so I was telling him how I got that book and I was going to introduce it to Avalon and how I want to show her some of the portions of this video because he talks really in depth about lying and why we would do that and why we would do that as booktubers. And it really made me think through some things and it was a little bit humbling, but it was a great video and a great way of presenting this popular booktube tag, the Honest Booktuber tag. So I'm going to be doing the Honest Booktuber tag after watching this. I was a little inspired, but I would just really encourage you guys to go check out this video. It's very valuable. Again, it's next to number 4 in the description box. All right, and then the last video is one that I think I actually did come across because of the last guy's video. This is Prose and Petticoats, and her video is called Classic Lit, What I Wish I Had Known as a Beginner. So she's a new to me booktuber. I subscribed just minutes into this video because it was so well done. She speaks so intelligently and the information that she shared was really valuable. She has a list of all kinds of things that she wishes that she would have known about when she first got into reading classic literature. Some of the points she makes are the same things that I tell people, things like, hey, go and watch a film adaptation first. It's okay. Get the story under your belt right before you try to actually read it in this, you know, archaic language, because some of that stuff can seem kind of archaic, right? Even if it was only written a couple of 100 years ago. So she talks about that. She talks about how you're going to encounter snobs and you just got to brush it off and just be who you are, where you are. She just makes some really great practical points as well as things that kind of touch on, you know, our philosophies and the way that we emotionally respond to books and some of the stuff we just got to let go as readers if we're going to enjoy classic literature. I just thought this was a really well done video. It's one of those that I'm probably going to save and go back to again. So thank you for putting out this really valuable content. I hope everybody will go and check that video out as well. All right, guys, so that is my top 5. Let me know in the description box, are you guys familiar with any of these booktubers? Have you already discovered what I just have recently discovered? These really great channels? What kind of things have you watched lately that has blessed you, encouraged you, inspired you, and made you want to continue reading or creating or just being artsy in general? Let me know in the comment section. Again, remember, don't put the link, just put the channel name and the name of the video. That way YouTube won't hide it and we can all go and check out those channels as well. All right, hope you're having a beautiful day. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.